Hello, hello! Welcome back to my channel. I'm really glad you're here. My name's Brooke. Today I want to talk about something really important, which is obviously always knitting, but also something really I don't know, vulnerable or personal, let's just say. And I deeply believe in the philosophy Brene Brown talks about of sharing from the scar and not from the wound. So as I talk about knitting and my mental health journey, just know that these are things that I've deeply processed and feel comfortable sharing with you in the hopes that it brings a sense of community and relating and just feeling like we're all not alone in this world of being on a journey with our mental health. All right, let's get into it. So as I've discussed openly before, I got into knitting because I just couldn't doom scroll anymore, and a lot of that was related to politics for me. I just couldn't see another video about the election and just have any semblance of gonna be okay anymore. I just was so upset after the last United States presidential election. So when I got into knitting, I was just feeling pretty frustrated with having my phone on me all the time and being able to just so easily watch TV at night and be scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Instagram, seeing the news, seeing people react to the news, feeling like there was pressure for me to be in the know all the time, and it just was really ruining my mental health. I've worked really hard for a really long time to be what I considered to be living well with a panic disorder and OCD, which by that I just mean on my day-to-day, those two things feel pretty manageable for me now. And doom scrolling was really making them feel like they were creeping back in, right? So I knew it was affecting my mental health. And so when I got into knitting, it was to literally have something to do with my hands so I could not pick up my phone. It was that real for me when I got into knitting. I wanted a healthier hobby, but I also just wanted my hands to be occupied. Now, I don't mind watching TV because I'm not watching the news. I'm watching, Bridgerton and Chopped, I'm watching fun shows. But I just needed something to do with my hands so I could not also be on my phone. Now, since this time, I've also gotten the product Brick, and that's also been huge for me to just feel like I can still have the utility of my phone, but not scroll on social media. So those, I would say knitting and Brick combined have really helped me combat more of an unhealthy relationship with social media. But knitting was just this unexpected joy in my life. I've always been a massively creative person and found painting and poetry especially to be a huge outlet for me for processing my feelings and showing up for myself and just enjoying the creative process. But knitting for me just felt so rooted in joy. Just this idea that, I can take this and turn it into a whole thing. This is going to be a hat. That blows my mind, and it's rooted in joy. So I had some sense that there was something going on with the mind-body connection of knitting. And what I've really realized is it's the left and right stimulation, that bilateral stimulation of the brain crossing hemispheres when we knit with both hands benefits stress reduction and emotional processing. And that just made so much sense to me based on my experience of feeling like knitting is the thing I look forward to the most at the end of the long day. Not a glass of wine, not chatting with friends. I need to go home and be alone and knit to feel like I can process the stress of the day. And rarely am I too tired to knit, I always want to come home and knit. And because of the mental health benefits of knitting, I actually feel like I've basically replaced journaling. Now, I'm not advocating giving up journaling. For me, I just feel like there's so many hours in a day, and it just brings me so much joy to get up early and knit versus get up and journal, which is something I used to do. Again, it just feels like a generative force in my life, and I'm so grateful for that. For me to feel like I can be, kind of obsessed with something that's tangible and has a real world result and use case has just been so joyful and really calming and grounding for me. So for me, knitting has been a way to work through anxiety, have healthy habits, healthy goals, and just feel like I'm actually really pouring into myself with every project I work on. I can't necessarily see the results tangibly of my yoga practice or journaling or reading or something like that, but to be able to see a physical like product that I've been working on, there's just something that hits about that for me that has really been life-changing. So I'm curious for all you knitters, crocheters, and creatives out there, how you feel like your creative practice has personally helped shape your mental health for the better. All right, I'm sending you all a lot of love. Thanks for being here today. I'll talk to you soon.